Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce myself. My name is Almira Ada Azahra. I'm from the first semester of Diploma 3 in Blood Bank Technology, Health Polytechnic of Semarang. Today, I would like to explain a matter about venous thromboembolism and von Willebrand disease. But before I start to explain about that, I would like to ask to you about something. Have you ever heard about venous thromboembolism and von Willebrand disease? It's okay if you have never heard about that statement. So, I will start to explain about that now. There are 3 points that I will explain to you. In the first, explanation of venous thromboembolism and von Willebrand disease. Second, symptoms of venous thromboembolism and von Willebrand disease. And the third, prevention of venous thromboembolism and von Willebrand disease. I will begin by explaining about venous thromboembolism. What is the meaning of venous thromboembolism? Venous thromboembolism or VTE is a disorder that includes deep vein thrombosis and pulmonary embolism. A deep vein thrombosis or DVT occurs when a blood clot forms in a deep vein, usually in the lower leg, thigh, or pelvis. A pulmonary embolism or PE occurs when a clot breaks loose and travels through the bloodstream to the lungs. Venous thromboembolism is caused mainly by a combination of venous stasis and hypercoagulability. Venous stasis is responsible for forming blood clots in veins. Venous stasis is caused by long periods of immobility due to driving, playing, bed rest, hospitalization, etc. Hypercoagulability is the abnormality of blood coagulation that increases the formation of blood clots in blood vessels. What are the symptoms? Signs and symptoms of the venous thromboembolism include the following: onset of dyspnea, or difficult or labored breathing, shortness of breath, chest pain and hemoptysis, or a cough that contains blood or blood-stained mucus, syncope, or sudden drop in heart rate and blood pressure leading to fainting, sense of apprehension and anxiety, tachypnea, or abnormally rapid breathing, tachycardia, or heart beats faster than normal while at rest, accentuated second heart sound, fever, normal findings from lung examination, and the last, cyanosis, or bluish or purplish discoloration of the skin or mucous membranes due to low oxygen saturation in the tissues near the skin surface. So, how to prevent the disease? And the first, avoiding long periods of sitting. While traveling by plane or car, taking a break and walking every hour is good to keep the blood flowing in the legs. And the second, when seated, avoid crossed legs as they interfere in the blood flow. And the third, obesity increases in the risk for DVT. Try to reduce the extra weight and maintain a healthy weight. And the fourth, focus on healthy and balanced diet. And the fifth, staying active and prevent blood clots from forming. Therefore, move around and indulge in some form of exercise. And the last, quit smoking and drinking. After I explain about venous thromboembolism, I will explain about von Willebrand disease. What is the meaning of von Willebrand disease? Von Willebrand disease is a bleeding disorder. It's caused by a deficiency of von Willebrand factor or VWF. This is a type of protein that helps your blood to clot. Von Willebrand is different from hemophilia, another type of bleeding disorder. Bleeding happens when one of your blood vessels breaks. Platelets are a type of cell that circulates in your blood and clumps together to plug broken blood vessels and stop bleeding. VWF is a protein that helps platelets clump together or clot. If your levels of functional VWF are low, your platelets won't be able to clot properly. This leads to prolonged bleeding. What are the symptoms? Major symptom is abnormal bleeding. Most of the time it is mild and severity varies depending on the type of the condition. The most common symptoms are: the first, abnormal bleeding after an injury, dental cleaning, or surgery. Second, nose bleeding which lasts longer. Third, heavy menstrual bleeding. Fourth, blood in urine or stool. And the last, easy bruising. So, how to prevent the disease? Von Willebrand's disease is inherited, and this is the reason why it simply cannot be prevented. In case parents have a child suffering from this condition, they may have genetic counseling, especially if they plan to have more children. People who are carriers of the defective gene may not develop the condition, but are still capable of transferring the gene onto their offspring. That's all about my presentation. I apologize when at my presentation there are mistakes in the word. I hope my presentation can be beneficial for all of us. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.